Hey guys, welcome back to PA Street Scene. For those of you that are new here, my name's Derek. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and also that notification bell to keep up with my latest content. Today we are in the garage and we're going to be working on the R32. A lot of you guys have been asking for actual R32 content, and this time we're actually not fixing something that's broken, so that's always great. Check engine lights are still at a minimum for a Mark IV, which is also quite surprising. But today what we're working on is a visual thing. The show season is kind of winding down, so I want to start digging into this car more and more. And the first thing that I want to do is start cleaning up the engine bay. I don't know if shaving it is really in the cards for me, at least not right now. It may be something I do down the line, but I'm just really working on cleaning things up that are existing and trying to make it look nicer. And the first thing that I want to do is actually the focal point of the engine, which is the intake manifold. Now on the R32, it's a pretty large manifold. Let me try to get you zoomed in here. The lighting's a little crazy. I apologize.
Variable displacement manifold runners.
Yes, variable displacement manifold runners. But the problem with mine is, first of all, it's not metal. It's plastic. And it's all covered in these scratches and gouges, which I don't know if you can see them. They're not very deep, but it just takes away from it. And it's the first thing you see when you open the hood, so it bothers me. And I was looking around for a solution, and what I came up with, for any of you that follow me on my Instagram, at PA Street Scene, I purchased sheets of this gold heat wrap from DEI, and it's supposed to have heat reflective properties and stuff, but I'm not so worried about that. More so, I just want it for visuals. I think it'll cover up all this stuff without having to sand or anything like that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting the double-sided tape residue from the R32 logo that was here off. And then we're going to start wrapping this, but first we have to heat it up a bit. So I'm going to do this time-lapse style. I'm here with Reed. Everybody say hi, Reed.
So,
are you flossing? What are you doing?
Doing that Fortnite.
And this is Mira, my new friend Mira.
What up?
And yeah, we'll see how this goes. If I like the way that it works, I'm actually going to use it on the interior portion of the hood behind the structure. I've seen a couple videos of people doing that, and I really like the way it looked. Unfortunately, it's kind of pricey for what it is. It's about $40 for a 24-inch by 24-inch sheet. So, and that's if you get it off eBay from like China. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, and hopefully it turns out as good as I think it will. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so as you can hear, it did start raining, but that's fine because we're in the enclosed garage, so not a problem. I got most of the R32 logo off. There's a little bit of residue there, but no real texture to it. It's almost like a stain. And it really doesn't matter because the gold wrap has a bit of thickness to it and also a texture, so you're never even going to see that. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the gold wrap, it's basically a self-adhesive backed sheeting that's supposed to have reflective heat properties, but like I said, most of it is just me using it for the visuals. So we just got that off, wiped it down with essentially some orange glow from dipyourcar.com. It's their dip dissolver product, but it's essentially just orange glow on steroids. And then after that, we wiped the whole car down with alcohol wipes, or the whole intake manifold down with alcohol wipes, so it'll help it with the adhesion. So with this intake manifold, really the only parts that get covered is this section right here, and then there's a gap right here for a plastic cover, and then these get covered, and then that's covered by black plastic. So we're really only going to need a little bit. I actually bought way more than I needed because I have an entire second sheet, but I'll find a use for it. But with that said, Reed and I are going to heat up the wrap with a hairdryer just because that'll help get some of these wrinkles and stuff out and make it a little bit more pliable, and then we can go from there. So I'm gonna kick it back to another sped up time lapse, and I'll see you when we're done. Alright, so a little bit of a midpoint update. Things are going well. Mira and Reed just left a little bit ago, and we had been using a hairdryer to heat up the gold wrap, which was working pretty well. I have a heat gun, but I couldn't find it at the time. However, after they left, I was kind of forced to look a little bit harder for it and was able to find it. So that's really going to help with finishing this up. I really wanted to use as few pieces as possible and have it not be very patchy, but the good thing about this stuff that I'm noticing is that because it's so reflective, it's really hard to spot from a distance where one piece ends and another begins. So that's kind of good. With that said, I'll turn you around so you can kind of see where I'm at right now. I'm not going to lie, if the silver part wasn't so scratched up, I kind of like the idea of these ribs going up with the gold in between the silver. But unfortunately, it's just not going to work out. So all the rest of this silver in here, everything that's exposed is going to be gold. So I'm going to start heating some of this up with my heat gun and hopefully get this finished in about the next hour or so. So back to the time lapse. And with that, the gold reflective heat wrap is finished on the intake manifold, and I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. I'm looking at it right now. It makes a huge impact and really fixes something that had bothered me from the moment I bought this car. Just a small petty thing, but I really wanted to take care of it, and this was a fun way for me to do that. I'm going to turn you guys around and let you see it. Before we get to that, I know with any kind of DIY project like this, you can always see ways you wanted to change things or make things different. And my biggest concern with this, because wrinkles and small things like that are kind of common with this product based on my research, but if you remember at the beginning when I took the R32 logo off, there was a slight bit of residue left. I had basically gotten it down to flat with different products and scraping it, but now that the tape's on it, there is a little bit of a like ghost phantom kind of effect R32 logo there. So I'm going to have to buy another logo and cover it up, but that's fine. They sell them online for a little bit. It won't be that big of a deal. I just need to order it within the next week or so. But I want to give a big shout out to my friend Reed. Reed is amazing and helps me with so many of these projects, and I'm looking forward to working with him this winter as we can really dig into the car and start doing things. During the show season, it's kind of hard to dig into big projects if you're showing constantly every weekend or going out and making content. But now that that's kind of coming to an end, I'll have more time to, do things where I'm not on such a rush timeline. And I just want to thank Reed for all of his help. I haven't really shown him in nearly enough of the videos with all the work that he's done on this car, but you'll be seeing a lot more of him. And I also want to thank you guys because you're helping me grow my Instagram at PA Street Scene and my YouTube channel, and it's all going a lot faster than I expected, so it must mean I'm doing something right and that you guys are enjoying the content I'm putting out. I want to keep that going, and I have lots of fun plans for this car, so I'm going to quit rambling, but I just wanted to say thank you. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can keep up with my latest content. I hope you guys are having an excellent day. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.